Welcome to the PCFL Show. On this week's episode, we've got highlights from our Week 7 games, previews of Week 8, and the obligatory dropkick. The PCFL Show is brought to you in part by 916 Design Studio. For all your design needs, call 916-747-9255. Also by Hosted Sports, the only one-stop place for all sports on the web. The Outlaws get on the board first as Tommy Hampton cuts it outside and takes it into the end zone. The Outlaws go for one, but a bad snap forces them to scramble. Thad Vincent scrambles all the way in for two. And Danny Betancourt gets the Barnstormers on the board with three near the end of the first. In the second quarter, the Barnstormers take the lead as Corey Murphy scrambles for the score. But the Outlaws answer back with a Tim Thomas touchdown. And right before the half, the Outlaws extend their lead as Teddy Anderson rolls out and hits Kiko Garcia in the end zone. In the third quarter, a Derek Morrison touchdown brings the Barnstormers within 6. But the Outlaws extend their lead with another Tim Thomas touchdown, and your final score is South Beach Outlaws 29, Central Coast Barnstormers 16. After a Giants fumble on the opening drive, the Chiefs get on the board early as Kyle Allen takes the snap and takes it in himself. On their next possession, the Chiefs march right back down the field and score again on another Kyle Allen scramble. The Chiefs get the ball back with good field position after a blocked punt, and Kyle Allen hits Tony Edmondson for the touchdown. The Giants get on the board when Marquez Shaw hits B.J. Wimberly for 60 yards and the touchdown. A bad snap results in a safety. And on the Chiefs' next series, it's Kyle Allen to Eric Nunez for the score. And the Chiefs extend their lead with this pass to Austin Winston. In the third quarter, Marquez Shaw finds B.J. Wimberly again in the back of the end zone. On the next Chiefs possession, the Giants force a fumble, and Kevin Robinson scoops it and takes it 75 yards for the touchdown. But as fast as the Giants snatch the momentum, the Chiefs take it right back with a 42-yard touchdown pass to Tony Edmondson. And on the Giants' next drive, it's a pick six from Jordan Hales. And your final score is Solano Chiefs 46, Golden State Giants 20. The first quarter of this game was nothing but defense. A lot of 3-and-outs from both sides. The Fury were able to pick off this Albert Higgs pass, but weren't able to capitalize on it. The second quarter of this game was all Rattlers. This Carl Michaelon run at the end of the first sets up the play-action pass from Mike Nichols to DeAndre Montgomery for the touchdown. The Rattlers get excellent field position on a bad snap, which sets up Mike Nichols to Deion Davis. And on their next series, Carl Michaelon takes it in for the touchdown. The Rattlers wouldn't let the Fury gain any momentum as Jarrell Jackson picks the ball off and takes it the other way. That sets up Mike Nichols' third touchdown pass of the quarter to Lee Slaughter. In the second half, the Fury had some opportunities, but the Rattler defense hung tough and kept them out of the end zone. Your final score, North Bay Rattlers 31, Capital City Fury nothing. The Islanders get on the board first with this touchdown run by Dupree Elay. An interception by Pocky Gordon sets up Elay's second touchdown of the day. And the Bulls suffer a huge blow as Alton Seymour rolls his foot on this play and he's out for the game. In the second quarter, Miles Gates hits Previs Jenkins for the touchdown. Rashad Swanson recovers a bad snap in the end zone for the Islanders. And later on in the quarter, Miles Gates rolls out and hits Ricky Moore for 67 yards in the score. And Dupree-Elay runs for his third touchdown of the day. The Bulls gain a little momentum as Lewis Smith picks off the pass, but they're unable to capitalize. And Pocky Gordon gets his second interception of the day, this time taking it to the house. The Islanders scoring is capped by this touchdown run by Noel James. And your final score is Pacifica Islanders 55, Tri-Valley Bulls nothing.
You are watching the PCFL Show with your host, Angry Mike.
At the beginning of the second quarter, the War Angels get on the board when Curtis Berry takes it 26 yards for the touchdown, breaking tackles along the way. They go for two, and Greg Parker's pass is tipped right into the hands of Johnny Walker. On their next possession, Greg Parker hits Tim Harvey, who takes it down to the 3. And a few plays later, Willie Evans takes it in for the score. With less than a minute and a half, the War Angels were trying to capitalize, but George Eason takes it 95 yards for the touchdown. Later on in the fourth quarter, Sean McCauley passes down the field, but it's tipped and intercepted by Troy McConico, who laterals to Brad Hairston, who takes it 45 yards for the touchdown, picking up a few blocks along the way. And the scoring is capped off with a safety for the War Angels. Your final score is Richmond War Angels 22, California Rhinos 6. And in other scores around the league, the San Jose Eagles defeated the Salinas Valley Spartans 7-0. Let's take a look at our performers of the week.
You're watching the PCFL Show.
It's time for the Week 8 previews. Monday is Cinco de Mayo. Everybody be safe if you partake in the festivities. The Bulls have been showing steady improvement all year. They suffered a small setback with the loss of Alton Seymour for the season, but can they bounce back against an Eagle team that's won 2 of their last 3 and looking to keep their winning ways going? The Tri-Valley Bulls take on the San Jose Eagles Saturday, 6 o'clock kickoff at Yerba Buena High School. I had said before the season I didn't think a team would go undefeated. The Rattlers are the only team left that have a chance to do that, and they've done it with discipline, execution, and heart. The Spartans are coming off a tough road loss, but have proven to be very tough at home. Are they the team to hand the Rattlers their first loss? The North Bay Rattlers take on the Salinas Valley Spartans Saturday, 1 o'clock kickoff at Rabobank Stadium, sponsored by Famous Dave's Barbecue. It's gut check time for the Fury. Can they get back on track for a playoff spot with a tough road trip win against the Giants? And the Giants keep showing glimpses of what they can become. They just need the consistency to get there. Is this week their week? The Capital City Fury take on the Golden State Giants Saturday at Galileo Academy Field. Kickoff's at 1 o'clock. The Rhinos can't afford to lose any more ground for this playoff race. Their defense has been their strong point. Can they get their offense going enough to keep pace with the Barnstormers, who are also looking for that playoff seeding? They're currently 3-3 with little margin for error. The California Rhinos take on the Central Coast Barnstormers Saturday, Gilroy High School, 3 o'clock kickoff. Sponsored by Crimp Cabling Concepts. This is another game with huge playoff implications. Both teams are 4-2. The Chiefs are looking to pull the upset and gain ground in the playoff hunt, especially with a tough schedule remaining. The Ducks, meanwhile, are looking to stay ahead of the pack and avoid the glut that could be 6-4 for the last few seeds. The Solano Chiefs take on the Delta Ducks Saturday 4 o'clock kickoff at Grant Union High School in Sacramento. The Outlaws are the front-runner for the second seed in the playoffs and a first-round bye. A win against the Islanders will help them secure that. A win would also go a long way for the Islanders, who at 3-3 also have little margin for error. The South Beach Outlaws take on the Pacifica Islanders at City College of San Francisco. Kickoffs at 2 o'clock, sponsored by Danny Chan Chiropractic of Daly City. Well, that's it for another episode. Be sure to tune in next week and see how this season is shaping up and what it's looking like towards the playoffs. Also, be sure to share the show links on Facebook. The more we get out into our communities, the more people we get coming to our games. Also, check out the PCFL.com for more info. I'm your host, Angry Mike, and I'll see you next week.